Yo, what's up, family? In today's video, I wanted to make it very special. I was thinking, what could I do to make this video really special? And I decided to invite a very good friend of mine. He's a coach as well. His name is Tim Ray, and basically, together we're gonna dive really deep into the science of how to create deep connection with women, so that you can have like a better sex life, just a better dating life and everything. So stay tuned, watch the whole video, and I can assure you that you're gonna learn tons of things. Okay, so I'm super happy to have Tim here. He's a very good friend of mine and we've been working together. We just made a YouTube video actually in his YouTube channel. I know some people don't really know you, maybe they do, but not all of them. So yeah, tell us a little bit about your journey and I would love to hear about how you how you learn how to connect with women.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. So thanks for having me, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm on the vlog. This is gonna be the most popular like dating and success of women vlog in the year. It's gonna.
Yeah.
My journey was simple. I mean, I grew up not great with girls at all, and I was traumatized on a date. Not traumatized, but I went on a date, and the girl was like, we're just friends on the date when I went on the date, and that was I think when I was around 17, and I Googled how to get girls to like me, and I Googled that, and I found all these forums with guys who were learning this skill of dating, which at the time was the pickup community, and I went down the rabbit hole, and I started finding, other companies and other dating programs and things like that, and I got really, really involved, and I got good with women after about 2 or 3 years of really trying hard at it and getting rejected thousands and thousands of times. I still get rejected, but I mean,
Yeah.
my wife loves me. I'm married as well now, and I went down this journey, built a dating business called Viking Lifestyle, which doesn't exist anymore. We moved on from that. And now I run a coaching company called Live Your Freedom, and I still make dating videos on our channel, which I'm sure we'll talk about at the end.
Yeah, we'll talk about that for sure.
And that's it.
When did you actually started to create connection with women? Because I know you had different phases in your dating life.
Yeah.
You had the newbie phase where nothing was happening, and then you had the fuckboy phase. Where did you actually feel connection with women on your fuckboy phase when you were like having a lot of sex?
So I did feel connections with women, but the thing is, I suppressed it. Because I assumed, and you talk about this a lot in your writing, I assumed that if I opened myself up to connection and to actually loving a woman, I assumed that it meant that I was less alpha or less dominant or less attractive, or that some part of me would be going away and I'd be sacrificing a part of myself.
Yeah.
So I felt a connection. There was girls I definitely wanted to see again and really cared about. I met some amazing girls, but again, because I was so into the pickup mindset, that was my identity, I moved myself away from actually connecting with a woman and building something real, simply because I felt that if I did that, I'd lose the game, or I'd lose my skills, or I wouldn't be as competent with women.
So like were you like only seeing girls one time and then leaving them, or did you had like some relationships at some point?
What it was is this: I didn't know how to communicate in a way that actually allowed women to love me, right? So I would see them, and I'd be open to seeing them again, but there would be a disconnect.
Yeah.
I wasn't good at sex because I never tried to be, because part of connecting with a woman is loving your own sexuality. So I never got good at sex, right? I also, when I would communicate with them, I wouldn't go deep. It was only surface level to make them chase me, and spike their emotions, and get reactions. That was the entire frame of how I communicated.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I would fuck them and like I was like, haha, I'm a fuckboy, I'm not seeing you again. Girls really just didn't want to see me again. And it wasn't where they ghosted me and hated me, but it would just fall off because the energy I had wasn't an energy of connecting with a woman and really having her love me. I just didn't have it.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people can resonate with that, because when we first type how to pick up girls or how to attract girls, I think the first thing that pops up is like learning techniques, learning frames, learning routines, just learning all of this stuff that comes from a place of I am not enough and I need to do something to finally become enough to attract the girls and get the sex, right?
Yeah. One of the things that I teach in my coaching model is called the pain paradigm. And it's where everyone usually starts. And anytime that you're doing a task or learning a skill or engaging in an activity to run away and absolve pain, you're always going to be cheating yourself. Now, pain is a great motivator for people to get into things, right? Like even getting into a relationship. Some people pick the wrong girl because they're in pain and don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
Or some people don't get into a relationship because they're in pain from a previous relationship, right? But when you're in pain and you make decisions that are pain-driven decisions, you're always going to be operating at a place of lower consciousness than if you would actually make a decision from growth or awareness. So the reason why I was in that state was because I had the pain of not having girls. So my identity was, if I actually create a relationship, I'm going to go back to that old self that identifies with pain. I hadn't gotten away from my pain and accepted that it's okay to be like that.
And I think the first step to start creating connection with women is to first solve the pain, right? To embrace the pain within you. Would you agree with that?
110%. And I think solving that pain comes down to proof. And I think this is probably something that you do really well in your videos and you do really well with your students. You give proof to them that they are loved, that they are enough, and that the pain is not something that they need to identify with. Right? That's where proof comes from. It's kind of like, instead of just saying pain go away and trying to suppress it, let's look for proof that there's another reality where you are loved, where you are incredible, and people around you just love you. So we do this in our coaching, where the first step is, let's look at how you're getting positive feedback from the world around you and accept it and love that feedback. That's what I talked about on my channel with directional love. That's what I was talking about. It's like, how do you point your love? I think it's just, you don't want to identify with pain.
And I'm curious, how did it manifested in your life? Well, like when you actually started to create connection and you realized like, oh, I could actually have a relationship. When did it manifested and how?
It started because, two ways. One, I started having deeper conversations with women. And I actually started to know women better, which funny enough, made my game better. Like my dating skills exploded when I understood how to connect with women for real. Because I understood them. So instead of me going out to a bar or a club or on a Tinder date or a FaceTime date and talking to a girl to try to make her react, instead I spoke to her to know her and who she actually was. But I could only make that shift when I, one, wasn't identifying with my pain, and two, when I accepted that I can connect with a woman and I don't have to be a fuckboy. It was after the release of that course. I made a course, guys, called the Fuckboy Frame. No, you can't get it. It's not online anymore. But like, that's how into this shit I was. I made an online course called the Fuckboy Frame. So that was number one. I started having better, deeper conversations with women that were just so powerful and so incredible. Number two is I merged women into my lifestyle. So before it was I'd go to the club to meet a girl, and that was it. It was like the club was this environment where like have to pull, or the streets I would walk around. But then it started where I would have dinner with girls. I would, sometimes she'd pay, sometimes I'd pay. I'd go to a club to meet my pickup buddies, but I'd have a girl on my arm. Right? We'd go out together. I had a threesome or two. That was fun too, because girls begin to be open to connecting with the real me. So my game just expanded, and I didn't have to do game anymore. It just became communicate and give, and then I would get back.
And I think that's really important to understand that if you want to create connection, first you need to solve the pain, and then you need to be really curious about the woman that you have in front of you, you know, like actually like wanting to connect with her, right? Because I think a lot of people that join the dating community, they just want to prove themselves that they can have sex with girls, or like feel accepted in the community, or just there's a bunch of reasons, and you don't truly want to connect with girls. And then you're like, I don't know if I can connect with women. Well, you know, you don't come from that place. So solve the fears, and then generally want to know that woman that you have in front of you. And when you can do that, then I feel like it's just flowing, and then it is automatic.
How do you teach your students how to solve that pain? I'm just curious.
There's many processes, but I would say that the first thing that we do is to embrace the heart, right? To be aware of that. Oh, we can be love. We can feel love all the time, and then it's about building a relationship of trust with your heart compared to your mind, right? Because sometimes there's a big conflict between the mind thinking, being in your head, and your heart your intuition, the pulsation that you feel. So it's about building that trust, and then just trusting more your heart, and then the connection will happen. Because from your heart, if you have a woman in front of you, if you feel like you want to get to know her, you will just follow that, and boom, right? Then it's
Beautiful.
automatic. How do you teach it?
I mean, well, like I said, to me, it's looking for a lot of proof.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
so something that I learned early on is your reality is only as good as like the proof that you search for, right? So right now, you and I are in this park, which is a beautiful, beautiful environment. Relatively, you know,
Yeah.
the trees don't look so good, but I'm starting to search for bad proof now. But like, let's pretend, okay? It's a beautiful park. We don't have to stay at home. Remember, there was that lockdown where everyone had to be inside all the time.
Yeah.
We can go out. We can shoot a nice video here. There's like kids playing. There's like dogs running around. It's like a pretty decent day out. It's a little cool. Whereas on that bench right there across from us, there could be a homeless person right now who sees this exact same park as a terrible, terrible place.
Yeah.
He may see that there's like a homeless person who may be near who's going to try to rob him.
Yeah.
Or he could see it as like, those guys are talking on video, look at them and all what they have. They, like, you know, so the exact same place is a completely different reality because he's searching for proof that it isn't good.
Yeah.
Right, and I learned this a lot with family of mine. I think maybe you mentioned some things you've experienced with this family of mine, and looking at the difference between my two parent sides. I won't say which parent has the better side, but you know, one of my parents' family, they're really successful, incredible people who just really want to give to the world.
Yeah.
You know, and my other parent's side of the family, all like negative. It's all like the government hates us all.
Yeah.
You know, like my boss, like every job that my cousin on that side of the family goes to, it's like her boss is evil and terrible. Like job after job after job.
Yeah.
Do you think every single person at every job she's ever been agrees with her that the boss is terrible and evil? I mean, if I was working there or you were working there, I think maybe we'd have a cool conversation with that boss
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
terrible and evil.
Yeah.
So what's happening is she's searching for proof that the world is not a good place, which furthers her pain.
Yeah.
Because pain comes out of that, right?
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
think
yeah.
everyone's out to get you,
Yeah.
and you create traumas, which in her own reality are real. So not to invalidate these of someone like that, or if you're struggling with this, maybe being negative and not seeing the good in things, not to invalidate you. And Sasha does a lot of work on this, but you're probably searching for a reality
Yeah.
to prove that.
A lot of people do that.
Alternatively, you could search for a reality where things are great. So the way we switch pain is we look for as much proof as we can of this other reality where the world is great and everyone loves you. That's what we do. And over time, going through this ritual, over and over and over again, you come out on top and you begin to love yourself and love others.
You will launch a program soon, right? About is it about that?
No,
Is it gonna be
so
about that?
this program that we're launching is called Clear, and it's a
Yeah.
communication program. It actually probably will already be public for people to register by the time this video goes out, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you edit pretty fast, so
I edit pretty quick.
never mind. It may not be out, but we're launching it.
I will put the link anyway. Like
Sure.
when you launch it, I will put the link.
Amazing,
Yeah.
awesome. So we're launching a program called Clear, and it's a communication program to teach people how to dive into high-level communication skills, set boundaries better, and everything related to communication, tonality, sales as well, like how to sell yourself and present ideas to the world better, how to network with people, how to mend relationships and problem solve and set boundaries, things like that. That's what this program is about.
That's cool.
So it's really, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and he has a YouTube channel as well. We talked about it. Please subscribe. Check it out. He has tons of videos. You actually made a video about. I really like this video about your perspective of the dating community.
Yeah, that was
think
pretty fun.
I think it's a good video to watch to understand how the dating community evolved and where we are now. And I think you should definitely check out that video.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's just called Tim Ray. It's my channel.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description anyway.
Check it out, and if I earn your subscribing trust, please subscribe, because we need subscribers. So everyone's pissed at me for a certain reason, which I'll talk about on my YouTube channel. Some drama involved. If you like drama, come on over.
Okay, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Yeah,
I appreciate
thank
you, man.
Yeah. Peace.